الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Yusuf Patel and I'm the founder, managing director and sole paid employee of an organization called Muslim Family Initiative, formerly known as SRE Islamic. I've been supporting Muslim parents like you to respond to inappropriate sex education in schools and the LGBTQ challenge in schools since 2008. Since then, I've facilitated over 1,100 workshops across the country and supported tens of thousands of Muslim parents like you to challenge inappropriate sex education in schools and LGBTQ indoctrination in schools. Since 2023, I've been doing this work full time because there's so much to do to support parents like you. This is a growing challenge. We are witnessing a greater number of Muslim children engaged in zina, identifying as gay or lesbian, and Muslim girls questioning their very biological sex. We are the only organization tackling this issue head on by supporting Muslim parents and empowering communities within our Muslim community. We're under-resourced and spread very thinly, but I do whatever I can as I am driven to fight to protect our Muslim children who are the next generation of our community in this country. But I've got to say, our fundraising this Ramadan has not gone that well, which means we've only got 3 months of operating costs remaining. This puts 4 major strands of our work that will benefit our community at risk. And I hope today that you'll support us to keep these projects on track. So firstly, the RSC Champions Program. Over the past 8 months, I've been training up over 200 champions across 40 cities of this country so that communities like yours can be equipped and upskilled to respond to the LGBTQ challenge, to provide sustainable action and a higher level of support to communities like yours across the country. I have trained up champions in London, Birmingham, Manchester, Bradford, Sheffield, Dewsbury, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Cardiff, and most other cities in England, Scotland, and Wales. But if we don't raise sufficient funds, this project cannot continue. It will cost £25,000 over the next year to support the existing RSC champions, to launch the work in their areas, and to plan and deliver training and hire venues to train new champions. Please pledge just £10 a month and you'll get a share of the reward for every Muslim child protected from the LGBTQ agenda. Number 2, our second project, which is at risk, is the RSC Research Report. The LGBTQ lobby has long campaigned to dominate the narratives around RSC in schools, whilst Muslim parents argue quite rightly that teachers are imposing their personal moral perspectives on sexual relationships and LGBTQ identities onto our children. The LGBTQ lobby argues that the only problem is there's not enough LGBTQ teaching to indoctrinate your children. Anyone who opposes their agenda is labelled either as a homophobe or a transphobe, but ignore these labels. Over the past 8 months, I've been putting together research that evidences the problems with RSC in schools. This unique 138-page report sets out in very clear detail the key concerns Muslim parents raise about RSC implementation in England schools based on 637 survey responses, 38 in-depth case studies, and an in-depth look at RSC policies across 34 cities in England, which includes 9 recommendations for what I believe and what the Muslim community believes should change in schools to set things right. It will cost £10,000 to print and disseminate this report to people that can support parents like you to call for changes in schools. Please support us to achieve this by pledging £10 a month to support our work. The third strand of work that is under threat is resource creation. Everywhere I go, Muslim parents like you ask for resources to support them. So we invested thousands of pounds in developing a website that is fit for purpose. With guides and template letters, we're building a huge Q&A resource, video explainers, and other resources to support parents like you. This website will be a springboard to deliver all of these and more. We need you to raise £15,000 to create the resources to support parents like you navigate RSC in schools, and to support parents like you to shape your children's values around sex, relationships, and LGBTQ. We're asking you today just to invest £10 a month to support us to support you. The fourth strand of work, which is actually very important because it provides a fight back to the agenda taking place in schools, is the Maktab or Madrasa program. Over the next 4 months, we will finalize and roll out our unique Maktab program, including training and supporting Maktab teachers to deliver it. It will help Maktab and Madaris build strong Muslim children who will live our values. This program will cost £15,000 to finalize and roll out. Please pledge £10 a month to support this and all of our other projects. Remember, the LGBTQ lobby is investing millions of pounds in influencing what your child learns at school and in shaping the norms that influence your child in society. Is £10 a month too great an amount to help us to counteract this propaganda? I hope your answer is no. Every day, I get messages from parents like you asking for advice and complaining about the influences overtaking their children. A Muslim child who identifies as gay, a daughter who wants to be a boy, a Hafiz of the Quran who is brought up in a strong Muslim family that no longer believes in God. But we cannot swoop in when the crisis hits a home. That is often too late. That is why we must focus on proactive, practical actions that support Muslim parents like you to implement solutions that tackle the root causes before we hit crisis point. Parents often complain about Stonewall and the rest of the LGBTQ lobby adversely influencing our schools and our children's lives. Yet they have millions of pounds in funding from their community. Will you invest just £10 a month to help us support parents to implement proactive actions in their homes to thwart the impact of the LGBTQ propaganda? Finally, I'd like to thank those of you who have so far come forward this Ramadan with your support. May Allah reward and protect your families. But we need you to convince everyone else why this unique work must continue. If you've already pledged £10 a month, please share this video with others and encourage them to also pledge £10 a month for this important work. We need 900 people to pledge £10 a month over the next year to keep our work going. Please go to the website below and make the pledge today to join the Protectors Fund and encourage other parents to also do so. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.